Welcome back, humbled crowd. No, you're not hallucinating. And I'm not delusional. This is a new show called Humbled Kicks. Your boy does not only collect fragrances, but he collects sneakers as well. And I'm going to try this new show idea on my channel. Eventually, when I get enough videos of this new show, I'll start another channel and differentiate between the two. But for now, this is the very first show of Humbled Kicks. And for my very first show, I'm going to show y'all, I'm going to have my guests come out tonight. It was the shoe that started it all for me. I was not into sneakers, I was not into shoes until I saw this shoe back in 1996. Okay, without further delay. The Jordan 11 Bread Edition. Now, for the people out there who are not into sneakers and who are not into shoes, bread means black and red mixed together. Like if they were in a relationship, that's what their nickname would be, bread. Guys, you young people are so lucky that y'all live in an age where this has always been available to y'all. But, I mean, if you could go back to 1996 and, God, if you could go back to 1996 and just, if I could explain to you what the very first time that I saw these during the Supersonics and the Bulls 1996 NBA Finals. This is the shoe that I had to have. This is not the original 1996 shoe that has gone. That was actually stolen, but that's another story. But this is the 2012 retro reissue version. And I actually got these. I actually caught these on eBay about 2 years ago. They were almost new. So yeah, I've worn these a couple of times or two. It's because they're my favorite. They're my favorite. The 11s are my favorite Jordans, and they changed the sneaker game for me. I wasn't really into sneakers, and I really wasn't into shoes, and I really am not an extravagant person, except for a couple of bottles of cologne, of fragrance, every now and then, and I cop some shoes every now and then too. But like I said, I mean, this came out in 1996. Let's get a deeper look at these shoes. Take it away, humble collector. Released in 1996 during the Bulls and the Supersonics NBA Finals series. These are the fourth colorway in the Jordan 11 series. The first ones were the Jordan Concord. The white with the black on the bottom, and then the purple on the bottom, on the soles. When these were released, Michael Jordan himself wanted something that he could wear a tuxedo with. He wanted his sneakers to wear, that he could wear a tuxedo with, which was why these are the first with that patent leather on the bottom. Now, when these were released, this shoe changed the game for me. Like I said before, it changed the game for me. And I had to have them. Awesome job. Awesome job, Humble Collector. Like I said, I had to have these when these came out, you know. I remember going to my mom and I'm like, because they were about $100. I think they go for like $190, almost $200 now. But at the time they were $120, $125 around there. And for somebody who's in high school and doesn't have a job on the weekends, because I was in summer band, so summer band took you know, a lot of my free time during the summer. But every weekend, you know, when these came out, every weekend I would go to mow lawns, you know, and I mowed lawns, and I mowed, and I mowed, and I mowed, and I mowed, and I mowed. I was a man determined to get my shoes, you know, which is why, you know, which is why it hurt so much when they were stolen the first day of college, you know. That I don't want to get into that. It's a depressing story because, man, I love them shoes. But yeah, so I mowed lawns and I got maybe 80, maybe 75, maybe $80. And my parents go to me and they're like, you must really want those shoes to be working so hard, you know. And I said, yeah. And so they were like, okay, well, we got you for the remaining 40 or 50 or however it was, you know. See, that's the way it was that's the way it was before, you know. That's the way it was back then, you know. If you wanted something, you worked for it. You didn't steal. You know, you didn't jack somebody for their shoes, you know, which is why I never really wore these shoes to high school, because, man, I didn't want nobody to jack my shoes. I didn't want anybody to jack my 11s. And it just so happened that, you know, the first day of college. That's so ironic, man. Don't you think? Okay, so, like I said, even though these are the 2012 edition, man, they still legit. Even in 2019, I mean, if I can get when I can get like a barely worn pair for under $200, I usually go for it on eBay or this new app called Poshmark, and I mean that's how I get my shoes now. You can also try StockX, and Champs is a good site too, and Goat. You know, not the Goat, but just Goat. They have, you know, that's the Goat and StockX are legitimate apps like if you're worried about somebody, you know, scamming you or anything, because I understand, you know. Okay, so the Jordan 11s, the Bread edition, I mean, I can't say anything else about these shoes that's not self-explanatory. I mean, even, what is it, 23 years later, I mean, they still are legit. you know, they're still very, very awesome. And they are the first Jordans that I just had to have. Okay, I hope you guys liked this new show. I'm trying something different to, you know, to make the subscribership go up a little bit. But I do realize that, you know, y'all still want fragrance reviews, and I still have a lot of fragrance reviews coming up. I'm not retiring. I'm not going anywhere, all right? Okay, this has been the Humbled Kicks. You guys are my humbled crowd. I am your humble collector. That's the truth, and I'm sticking to it.